Constantine III, Roman Emperor, Christian, and a visionary. He chooses the ancient city of Byzantium, the mouth of the Bosphorus, between Asia and Europe. And here, he builds the new Rome. 6 years, 100,000 workers, forums, palaces, a hippodrome, and this city will stand for 1,000 years. The walls, 5th century Theodosius, 6 kilometers, 20 meters high, 3 layers of defense, for 1,000 years. These walls stopped the greatest armies of Europe, Huns, Avars, Bulgars, Russians. They were all broken at these walls. Until 1453. When the Roman Empire collapsed, the world changed. But Rome did not disappear. Its heart kept beating. And that heart was Constantinople. Today we call this Empire Byzantium. But its people never called themselves Byzantines. They used only one name, Romans. While Western Rome collapsed into darkness, another world was rising in the east. Rome's shift to the east was not an accident. Emperor Constantine understood the empire's future now lay in the east. So in the year 330, the capital moved away from Rome. The new capital would be Constantinople. This was not just a change of cities. This decision changed the destiny of Rome. Constantinople was not only a capital, it was one of the world's greatest trade gateways. And this city was not only wealthy, it was protected by one of the strongest defensive systems in the world. As Western Rome collapsed, central authority across Europe rapidly disintegrated. But in the east, Constantinople remained a powerful, imperial center. The city became one of the most important crossroads of trade between East and West. This trade network gave Byzantium enormous economic strength. Byzantium was powerful, not only militarily, but also through diplomacy. In the 6th century, Emperor Justinian became one of the most powerful rulers in Byzantine history. Justinian's greatest ambition was to restore the former borders of the Roman Empire. Byzantine armies advanced into North Africa and ended Vandal rule. Soon after, Byzantine forces advanced into Italy and Rome returned to imperial control. The Mediterranean once again began to resemble the center of the Roman world. During Justinian's reign, Hagia Sophia was built and became a symbol of imperial power. 527, Justinian, 38 years in power, and the height of the empire, reclaiming the West, Africa, Italy, Spain, former Roman territories, the Codex, the foundation of law. We still use it today. And Theodora, the empress, coming from slavery, fighting for women's rights, 1500 years ago. Hagia Sophia was not only a place of worship but also a peak of Byzantine engineering. Constantinople was not only a capital, but also one of the richest cities in the world. For centuries, Constantinople once again became one of the richest cities in the world. The heart of trade between East and West beat here. Eighth century, iconoclasm, icons banned, war within Christianity, and this war weakens the empire. 1054, the Great Rome and Constantinople, Catholic and Orthodox. They never united. In 1204, the Fourth Crusade, the Crusaders plundered the Christian city, Byzantium falls to its own brethren. 50 years of occupation, and then a resurgence, but weaker, always weaker. Justinian reorganized Roman law and left a lasting legacy. However, Byzantium entered long and exhausting wars with the Sasanian Persians in the east. After these wars, the Arab conquests began, and Byzantium lost important territories. Yet Constantinople survived thanks to its powerful defensive walls. Byzantium survived not only through war, but also through diplomacy. The empire developed new military systems to defend its borders. But in 1071, the Battle of Manzikert became a major turning point for Byzantium. After the defeat at Manzikert, the gates of Anatolia began to close for Byzantium. Byzantine control in Anatolia rapidly weakened. During this period, Byzantium was forced to seek military support from the West. But the Crusader armies unexpectedly turned toward Constantinople. In 1204, Constantinople was captured by the Crusaders. The city was looted, and Byzantium suffered a devastating blow. Byzantium recovered, but it never regained its former strength. The 14th century, the Ottoman Empire, rising from Anatolia, Byzantium, now a city-state, just Constantinople and the Peloponnese, in 1451, Mehmed II, 19 years old, and his goal is clear. This city, April 1453, 80,000 Ottoman soldiers, 7,000 Byzantine defenders, and a 21-year-old emperor, Constantine XI, the last Roman emperor. Meanwhile, a new power was rising in Anatolia, the Ottoman state. Ottoman ships were transported overland into the Golden Horn. In 1453, Sultan Mehmed II arrived before the walls of Constantinople. This move neutralized the city's strongest defensive line. With the final assault, the defenses of Constantinople collapsed. On May 29, 1453, Constantinople fell. This event marked the end of the Byzantine Empire. But Rome did not die, because Byzantium left a legacy: Orthodox Christianity, Russia, Greece, the Balkans, law, Justinian's Codex, the foundation of Europe, art, mosaics, icons, and Hagia Sophia. 1500 years. First a church, then a mosque, now a museum, and it's still standing, because Byzantium knew how to build structures that took 1,000 years to build, and these structures are still speaking. We can still hear Rome's last breath. Byzantium, Eastern Rome, Constantinople, Istanbul. The names have changed, but the stones are the same, and we are looking at the same stones 2,000 years later. Rome was founded in 753 BC. It ended in 1453 AD, 2,206 years. Byzantium protected Hagia Sophia for 1,000 years. Istanbul is still situated between two continents. Hagia Sophia welcomes its visitors in all its splendor on Turkish soil. This great transformation, stretching from the last era of Rome to the rise of the Ottoman Empire, was one of the most important turning points in history. We continue to trace the footsteps of world history together. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay with us on this journey for the continuation of the series.